Taylor, Mr. Mayor of Kingstown himself. First of all, thank you so much for making time to chat with me today.
Thank you.
Congratulations on yet another season, season four. Like, is there anything that we're getting this go round that we've yet to get in any of the previous three seasons?
We're just going farther down the rabbit hole. That's what we're doing. And I think that what you get this season is a far more in-depth personal look at what these characters that you've been on this journey with are going through. Like, story-wise and even the filmmaking. Like, if you can't tell already, you're getting a lot more close-ups. You're getting in the head of, the headspace of the characters. I find it fascinating, and as a fan of the show myself, I'm just loving it. I mean, it is so entertaining, and yeah, couldn't ask for more. I mean, this is the best season yet.
So let's get into your character, Kyle. Like, how are you feeling? Like, how are you truly feeling about how your character storyline is continuing to evolve and like change, even from like season one, like looking at where Kyle is today, season four? How do you feel about your entire like storyline play out?
Yeah, the character of Kyle McCluskey, sometimes the character of Kyle McCluskey. I mean, it's been such a joy to get to explore what this guy has to go through, starting season one kind of as a fresh-faced detective, the Kingstown PD, and to all the tragedies that he's had to incur through the seasons. And now winding up in season four, where he has to go do a 6-month bid in order for this house of cards that he's helped his brother put together, he has to go do a bid to make sure that that doesn't come falling down. I mean, it is such a great character study
Yeah,
because these are situations that normal people really don't have to deal with. Okay,
this
let's
is
be honest.
true.
I mean, it is so hardcore what the people of Kingstown have to go through, and I'm here for it. I mean, as I said, it's just a joy to be able to get to explore what that is because it's so far from, what normal life is like.
Yeah, yeah. What are you enjoying like most about this entire Mayor of Kingstown journey and like just being a part of this universe? Like, what is it that's really pulling and nudging at you the most and like just making you continuously fall in love with this project?
Well, from like an artistic standpoint, I would say that season four, I got to do some of the, I don't know, best work that I've ever had the opportunity to do. I've been an actor for 25 plus years, right? And so when you get an opportunity to get to play a character like this, but it's different this season because Kyle's in prison. And so, you are with him while he's in his prison cell. And, he's not really talking to himself a lot. So there was, in the filmmaking this season, I got to talk less and say more, basically.
Oh,
And I guess that means, I really got to, you know, kind of let the subtleties and the nuances of what Kyle's thinking, of what he's going through, get to kind of play out, uh, without having to explain it in words, if
yeah.
that makes sense. And so I got to do this type of performance that, I really haven't been able to, I really haven't gotten to do in the past. And so I think that that's what made me fall in love with season four is getting to do that subtle, nuanced work that I've been practicing for my entire career.
Yeah, yeah. And I think like taking things back to your career and the fact that you've been doing this for 25 plus years. If I'm not mistaken, we're talking about nearly 60 projects at this point. I've done my research.
Um,
What would you say thus far has been like your most iconic role as an actor if Taylor and Tasha is having like a very transparent moment, right?
Well, it's hard just to pin down one. I've had this question before, but each character that I've played has just been at the right time in my life. It just kind of just came together perfectly from, getting to star in Chasing Mavericks as, one of the one of the guys who's giving the main character a hard time. Growing up in California, being a surfer myself, I loved doing that. And now I've got kids in my neighborhood who are running around going, "Oh, you're the guy in Chasing Mavericks," or even with the horror community with Texas Chainsaw Massacre
Yes.
or the OC back in 20 years ago. I mean, it's made a resurgence, but I have to say that this is probably the most grounded, uh,
Mhm.
gritty work that I've been training for my entire career, and that's with Kingstown. I mean, I get to work with such A-plus players from the cast all the way to the production crew, to the directors, to the writers. I mean, everyone, if you can't tell, is operating at their best levels. I mean, the
Yeah.
cast this season in Kingstown is turning in like some of the best performances I've ever seen, like Nakar
Mhm.
Zadigan, uh, Toby Bamtefa, Jeremy Renner holding it down for us. I mean, it's incredible.
Yeah.
Ethan Falco. Uh, and these are all just people who are really dedicated to their craft and getting to work with them, be around them. It just brings the love of what I do out even more.
And I think that's like a perfect pivot into another question that I wanted to ask you just about working alongside such a star-studded cast, right? Like these are impeccable actors, actresses. Again, you guys have been doing this for many years. Like, let's talk about that on-set energy. Like, how vibrant, how electric, like, how authentic is that overall energy when you guys are filming?
Well, that's a great word to dive into is the authenticity that comes from our co-creator, Hugh Dillon, first and foremost, who grew up in a situation very similar to Kingstown. And that's where a lot of the inspiration for these situations that these characters get into to the overall storylines really come from. And when he paired it up with Taylor Sheridan, I mean, you will know that this is one of the first things that Taylor actually wrote was Mayor of Kingstown when he decided to go full time into writing. They've said it in interviews, but the two of them together and creating this world is just incredible. And uh, the electricity that this show produces is because those guys, they don't pull any punches with their storytelling. Hugh doesn't, Taylor doesn't. And then you get a guy like, I mean, Jeremy Renner, two-time Academy Award nominee, coming in to ground the whole thing out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just it's a recipe for perfection.
Yeah, talk to me about the episodes, like even the previous three seasons, where we are now, season four, like any specific scenes, any scripts, any like special episodes that literally stick out the most to you, or that you hold like closest to like your heart, hold close to the best, for like a better words.
It would be a spoiler, but it's coming up. And
Okay.
I love TV. I grew up watching movies, TVs. I'm such a fan of watching actors work and, stories told, the filmmaking. Um, and sometimes there are scenes where you know that it's like they catch lightning in a bottle, right? There's
Mm,
sometimes those scenes.
yeah.
Like an example is there was a monologue in this season of White Lotus that was just like so out of the box that
Hmm.
everybody was talking about it, and it was one of those moments where I thought that they caught lightning in a bottle. There's a situation that my character gets in. Um, Probably around episode 7 or 8 of this season, something that he has to go through, something that hits him in just in his soul that he has to go through. And while I was filming that, I mean, you could hear a pin drop, and that was one of like it was a pinnacle moment for me. And again, it's like you grind through the years, and then you get a moment to perform when everything just lines up perfectly. And so I would say the answer to your question is that in uh, it, I think it's episode 7 or 8, Kyle goes through something very transformative, and that has to be just one of the highlights of my career. This particular scene,
I
kind of.
love that. I feel like, that segued me into asking you about like you being where you are right now, Taylor, the pinnacle of your career, like in this particular phase, multiple, countless projects later. How do you genuinely feel as an actor and as Taylor? What's coming over like your spirit and your heart when you think about all of the work that you've done, like looking at where you are as of today, November 5th, 2025, like nearly 60 projects in, like invite me into that space.
Wow, what a thoughtful question. That is such an amazing question. I can like feel your energy right now through this.
Oh,
It's I have the chills. That's
oh,
such an amazing question. Um,
yeah.
and the answer is that it just keeps getting better. Like I just feel
Mm,
um man, I mean, I was meditating on it this morning.
mm,
You know, through these years, the 25 plus years, there's been a lot of ups and downs. I'm I don't know if you felt that in your own career, but definitely in this, you know how it is. I mean,
hell
life
yes.
life is a roller coaster, right? I mean, life is a roller coaster. Things come out, out of the woodwork. They can, you know, get you off your axis, and you got to get back on. And I think I'll just tell a quick story because it kind of has to go with the answer to this question, and I'll try to keep it short. But I was in a really, really not a dark place, but I was in a place of surrender come, 2020, 2021. I hadn't been able to do the work that I knew that I was capable of doing, so much to the fact that I was about to give it all up. In fact, I had made the decision to give up acting. I was gonna, go be a surf instructor or gonna go learn another trade of some sorts because I wasn't being fulfilled to the extent that I was putting the energy in, but I wasn't getting it back out. And so when I finally made the decision, a couple weeks later, this project
Mm,
came across the desk, and it was everything that I could have ever hoped for. The people, it was everything. And so I gave it my all. I mean, that story is too long to tell. It was 5 weeks of auditioning ups and downs. That was just driving me up against the wall. But finally, I got it, and it has totally resurrected. This show has totally resurrected my career. Has resurrected
yeah,
my my love of the craft.
yeah,
And so to be able to operate at the level um, that you are prepared for, uh, I don't know how many people get to do it. I mean, I know that there's
yeah,
a lot of artists out there, a lot of creators who are so talented that don't get to have the chance to truly sing what
yeah.
is inside of them. And so that doesn't go over my head at all. I am so grateful every single day that I get to be a part of this project and the projects that I've been a part of, but specifically this one, just because the caliber um, of the project is so just it's everything I could have ever wanted in a project. So
Yeah.
hopefully that's brought you inside. And
I know. I mean, you gave me chills. I just, it's so funny. I think, like, as a journalist, you prepare all of these questions. Everything is so uniform, it's so systematic. But I think and the same thing, just being a creative, being in the arts, you being an actor, like that authenticity, and like you have to pick up on the energy and know when to pivot, know when to shift, know when to proceed forward, know when to, will things back. Like it is such a huge adjustment to the craft just in general. And I think, the fact that you mentioned, I'm not sure, I'm sure maybe you've gone through this in your career as well. I truly have. So your answer, I love the genuineness and your vulnerability
Oh, thank
in
you.
that answer. And I love going off script sometimes.
Well, you're very intuitive. I mean, I got the chills again. It's just like this is a really awesome interview.
Oh,
Wasn't expecting this, you know. It's just I can tell you know, I can tell your what genuineness this is the same, you know, like you have
yeah.
a very big heart. I appreciate that.
No, thank you. What's keeping you happy right now? Outside of Mayor of Kingstown, like what is your support? What does Taylor's support system look like when you're going through the downs? Like what is it that's keeping you lifted up? Like what's hyping you up every single day that you wake up? Like invite me into Taylor's world.
Yeah, absolutely. And what I would say to this is that, you know, there was a time when my life was just fantastic as it was, and yet I wasn't getting the thing that I wanted, and I let that little thing that I wasn't getting kind of rule my world. And it wasn't until I stepped back and I actually saw what I did have that the world kind of opened up. And I will say that, you know, family is the most important, first and foremost. My wife, my daughter, my friends, like the true love that I feel from them is a fantastic um, feeling that keeps me going. I mean, my crew is sick, you know, like I will say I keep myself busy with some amazing hobbies. I've been working on another project aside from Kingstown
Okay.
on hiatus that I'm really looking forward to coming out in February. So that'll be
Oh, right around the corner.
right around the corner. Yeah. And uh, so yeah, I'm keeping busy. I'm being dad. I'm being an actor. I'm being a creative. I am, you know, trying to be of service as much possible wherever I'm called to, and
Yes.
that keeps me going. That keeps me grounded and level-headed, and yeah, it just keeps me to be myself. I don't, you know.
No, I love it. You mentioned earlier, like you had a manifestation, like meditative type moment
Uh,
earlier today. So let's meditate, right?
sure, let's do
Like
it.
let's meditate on however many seasons we would like for Taylor to see of Mara Kingstown, but let's meditate on the next big project for you. Who is
Mm.
that producer, that actor, that cast lineup, that character role that you truly desire to step into those boots in the shoes of next? Like, what would be that next dream project for you?
It's funny because that's kind of what I was tripping on this morning. And
Wow.
this is like I'm getting real raw. I'm getting real loose here. I'm just gonna tell you, you know, there's been a little bit of some you know, some struggles trying to figure out what could be the next thing. And um you know, I've been having some struggles the last couple of days. I just feel like, oh, you know, I'm loving so much what's happening right now that I don't want to lose it, right? I don't want to lose what I have right now. But at the same, you know, it's like the fear of, you know, not getting what I want and losing everything I have. It's a tough thing to battle sometimes, but it
You're not
pops up, you
alone.
know? Yeah, it
You're not
pops up.
alone.
And you know, it's through, you know, daily practices that I just try to get back to a baseline, a level-headedness. Um, but today, what I will say is after doing a little bit of writing, after doing a little bit of meditating, I actually felt what the next step could be, right? And it kind of opened everything up. It was like the idea was like it only gets bigger and better from here. Like you don't have to worry. You're not going to lose this. This is an evolution that is going to continue, and um, it
Yeah.
was really inspiring. And you know, whether that produces itself in, you know, feature films, or, you know, more writing and directing and producing on my part. I think anything in this business, um, you know, on the creative side that you know, I've dabbled in, you know, on the you know, other side of the camera as well. I mean, It's not just one thing or one person. I just keep telling myself I want to work on the best material with the best people who have the best attitudes. That's what I want to work on.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, Taylor, I'm excited for you.
Thanks. Thank you.
I cannot wait to see. Yeah. I'm gonna like put a note in my cell phone, like make sure you stay locked into Taylor's IMDb, like his Instagram, all of that stuff, because I'm excited for everything that is coming forth for you, everything that's happening in your life right now, everything that's happening in your career. I love your energy. I love your spirit.
Thank you.
And I know the fans are loving you. You got a crazy fan base out there. You do. And I really appreciate your time. And I want to respect your time. That's the only reason why I'm going to cut the interview because I
I know
know
I could talk to you forever. I mean, it's just
literally,
um,
I hate when they give us like these 15, 20 minutes. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. Let me just be respectful of your time. I love you. I'm very happy for everything that you have going on. And I look forward to chatting with you again soon.
please do. Let's not keep it too long. I mean, not too long in between talking. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes.
Tasha, you're the best. What a like a blessing for the day. I mean, just incredible interview. So intuitive. Like you're really great at what you do. Thank you for bringing out such a wonderful environment for us to chat upon.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Taylor, I will talk to you
All
soon.
right.
All love here.
Love.